What up, y'all?
Hey, we back with Casual Geographic. Y'all hit us up. Tell us to jump on this Casual Geographic, man. We got animal facts. We should have left in 2024.
I don't know what kind of animal facts that is.
It's gonna be something crazy if it should have been left in 2024.
All right.
Well, let's go ahead and check this out, man. Make sure y'all tap in, like it up.
These saltwater crocodiles in Indonesia have apparently learned how to pretend to be drowning to lure humans in who they view as prey.
Wow.
I'm gonna call this animal facts we should have left in 2024. Because after this, I will not be speaking on this anymore. So this video went viral.
So a human supposed to jump in there and save it?
Right, but he said that fact should be left in 2024, so maybe that's not.
Yeah, but that's crazy. How do
Right.
That's crazy.
We should have left in 2024. Because after this, I will not be speaking on this anymore. So this video went viral for obvious reasons. I really thought it was a joke, but from the comments and the sheer volume of people that tagged me, I guess not. So yeah, it's not. They're not pretending to drown. But the truth might actually be worse. You see these tiny dots, these pits on the crocodile? Yeah. Well, they're pressure sensors, and a microdose trypophobia means a prehistoric sawtooth sledgehammer can detect the smallest vibrations in the water. A butterfly can go skinny dipping, and the oversized assault gecko can pinpoint its exact location. In fact, it's scientifically proven. You could blindfold a crocodile in a sensory deprivation tank and drip a leaky faucet's worth of water. They'll know exactly where it's coming from. Their jaws are more sensitive than fingertips, and it's why you can get away with this until a drop of sweat hits their mouth and you get your melon split like Fruit Ninja. It's also why if you see this, be wary. That's a pre-typed obituary. In especially murky water, a crocodile will basically T-pose with a side of spirit fingers to maximize their sensitivity to any disturbances, and any fish in its hitbox gets filleted. So yeah, you got a plus-size sentient snare trap beast breathing like a Inosuke, but this armored demon's the only one slaying. So that could be what's happening here. Or maybe the croc caught a body and just won't let go. Or he could just be dead, but definitely not pretending to drown. I mean, that would imply that someone witnessed the same living plot armor that disregarded two extinctions in water and tried to be a hero, and apparently did it enough times for the crocs to catch on. And it's not like crocs are stupid. Mugger crocodiles have been recorded using twigs and sticks to bait nest-building birds like egrets into getting close enough to get fouled. Some Cuban crocs have been trained to respond to commands and even come running when called by name. Oh yeah, they can run, by the way. Crocodiles have also been known to work as a team, where a researcher witnessed one scare a pig into a lagoon directly where two others were waiting. Hell, they even warn you in Australia to never camp or get water from the same place more than twice, because a croc will really recognize the pattern, memorize your routine, and then be right there to cancel your life subscription the next time. So yeah, for a brain in the weight class of a walnut, crocs aren't dumb, but sympathy baiting? That's a Bikram yoga stretch, and what surprised me the most was just how many articles reposted that video repeating it. Like, they really have people out here thinking reptiles unlock the power of manipulation. Now, to be fair, that might seem obvious to you, but to someone who doesn't yap about animals for a living, or, watch them, seeing it in an article could be all it takes, and like a verbal virus, it doesn't take much for it to spread. Until you do, I'll just tell you, they're not pretending to drown. They're smart, they're not that smart. Like I said, these stories only get airtime when people think a wild predator has the same thought process as a person. That's exactly how you get this. To this day, I don't know where this came from. We're talking about otters. They're not exactly the emblem of empathy. Male sea otters will literally kidnap a pup while their mom's out hunting and hold it hostage until she gives up the groceries. Otters don't mercy farm. If nature taught us anything, it's that a family ferret's more likely to throw its child into the abyss than ever try something like this. I mean, just imagine a sea otter trying to emotionally guilt trip a giant apex dolphin. That's another thing. Everyone calls them killer whales, but orcas are bully dolphins on steroids, whose original handle was whale killer. Yeah, you probably heard me say this many times. Well, I was wrong, technically. Let me explain. But it will get complicated, so I'm gonna need you to lock in.
Just lock in.
After this ad, of course. So cetaceans are basically mammals that stole the fish's entire flow, not from fusing or merging, but from the evolution that's converging. There's two types of cetaceans: baleen whales, the toothbrush bristles for teeth type, and toothed whales, for obvious reasons. Okay, now here's where it gets complicated. The toothed whale family reunion is massive. You got everything from your flipper paralysis demon, the false killer whale, to the virtually extinct vaquita. There's 10 families of toothed whales, and within these 10, there's a superfamily with 6 of them called Delphinoidea. Superfamily Delphinoidea is where you have your oceanic dolphins, porpoises, along with narwhals and belugas, because they're related for some reason. Cue the narluga. Also, notice I said oceanic dolphins. The dolphins that live in rivers are in a completely different party. But anyway, superfamily Delphinoidea is where you find the dolphins that, let's be real, are the ones you think of when you hear the word dolphin. And the biggest type of ocean dolphin is the one that can slap box a seal into orbit. So to recap, any mammal that looks like this is a dolphin is
That's a
that,
dolphin?
let's be real, are the ones you think of when you hear the word dolphin. And the biggest type of ocean dolphin is the one that can slap off a seal into orbit.
Like a whale.
So to recap, any mammal that looks like this is a
That's
cetacean.
flying
Every cetacean with teeth is a toothed whale. A dolphin in the ocean is a toothed whale in the Delphinoidea family.
Yeah.
And the biggest member of Delphinoidea is an orca. So, long story short, killer whales are dolphins.
I like
Every
to call
dolphin
them
is a
free
toothed
willy.
whale, but not
Oh.
every toothed whale is a
So they
dolphin.
are.
But every toothed whale is a cetacean. It's kind of like how every tortoise is a turtle, but not every turtle is a tortoise. So to answer, are orcas whales or dolphins? Yes, they are. By the way, let me know if you want a full video
Okay.
on that, because
Yeah,
that
we
was probably
need that.
mad confusing. Because being an animal nerd long enough is realizing names really don't.
I never knew that though.
I never knew that either.
Some whales are considered like dolphins.
Right. I
That's
thought
all like that
whales
was a
was
whale, but
whales.
yeah, this is a whale dolphin.
Right.
He said that's kind of confusing, so he might make another video about it.
I thought, yeah.
That kind of got me because all these years, I always just thought of whales, dolphins.
Me too.
Wow.
Video on that, because that was probably
Don't act like
mad
you knew it.
confusing. Because being an animal nerd long enough is realizing names really don't mean a thing. Except here, Black Panther is not an animal. You might be tired of hearing it. Well, I'm tired of saying it. And when I say not an animal, I mean if you go to a zoo and try to find the exhibit that says Black Panther, you won't find it. Because it's not even a
Right.
name more than a description. It's a panther that's black. And remember, panther is just any cat in the Panthera genus. So any lion, tiger, jaguar, leopard, or snow leopard in black could be a Black Panther. But because it
And
means
I thought it was an actual Black Panther, like, you know, you can go somewhere and then
And look up,
Look up-
find a Black Panther,
find a Black Panther, but now I know, like,
and then all of them could be considered Black Panthers.
exactly.
You
Damn.
learn something every time you watch
Every
Captain Geographic,
time.
for real.
that causes it is dominant in jaguars but recessive in leopards. Most Black Panthers are just jaguars with 10% tint, but Black Panther itself isn't an actual animal. That'd be like if we called every black wolf, fox, or coyote a black canine,
Right.
but then acted like black canine was its own thing. It's not real. And you know what else? Alpha wolves are not real. I swear to actually they are. They are real, but only when you put a bunch of wolves that don't know each other in a zoo and they have to figure out stuff on their own. That's actually what happened. In the 1930s, Rudolf Schenkel studied wolves in a zoo, and after watching more fights in Phase in a telenovela, he just figured that wolves determine group politics by tearing each other apart.
Dang.
Biologist David Meck built off his work and came up with the term alpha wolf. What they didn't realize was that the wolves were fighting over resources, not rank, and by putting a bunch of randoms in one place, they basically created real house wolves of Switzerland. In real life, a wolf pack is usually just two parents and a bunch of their kids. What folks kept calling the alpha wolf whole time was just their father. Now, because I've done this before, I know someone's gonna comment, well, if they're the lead wolf, they're still the alpha. The problem is, the whole alpha thing implies that the lead wolves got there by beating the others like a Cherokee drum. Really, it's just seniority. Also, another thing I never thought about until right now is once the kids get to about 1 or 2 years old, they dip and try to form their own pack. In a zoo, you often get the same adult wolves around each other constantly, and like any reality show, eventually that leads to tension that wouldn't be there in a normal pack. So normally, you wouldn't see any alpha wolves in the wild, and the same guy that came up with that would spend the rest of his career trying to take it back. And just as a final middle finger to anyone that still wants to argue, when the term alpha male was first used academically in 1921, it was by zoologist Thorleif Sheldrup Ebbe. And he was referring to, I'm not even kidding. He was talking about the hierarchy where lower status poultry will get pecked on by higher ranks. That's literally where pecking order came from. So the next time a man tries to with that alpha male shit, just know he's taking cues from a temperamental chicken nugget. Also, chickens are confirmed psychopaths. If one chicken starts bleeding, the whole flock will jump in and peck it to death. I think the
Wow.
worst thing is that people took the alpha dog thing and got convinced that's how you make your actual dog respect you. Caesar Milan has done an absolute masterclass of misinformation on the dog community. You really got folks thinking you gotta flex on an 80-pound pit bull to keep him in line. Imagine trying to play alpha with Cujo on creatine.
Right.
You've gotten a lot wrong about dogs, and probably the worst thing, that a tail wagging means happy.
Okay.
That fact alone has
That's-
probably got more people bid than anything.
Yes.
Basically, a tail wag means excitement. Excitement can mean seeing that person come home,
Happy to bite you.
or it can mean fear, anxiety, or the last warning before they put a canine-sized hole in your hand. And the faster the tail, the more excited Fido is. The question is, what kind? Well, science says a tail favoring the right means the vibes are good, but a tail lead.
See, people always think they go up to dogs. See, oh, he's wagging his
He's wagging
tail.
his tail. Like, no, you can't always believe that for real. Because I
Bite
seen
you.
a video when the dog wagging his tail and wagging it real fast, and that person got close. Remember the video? I think it
Yeah.
was like 2 days ago, and he went to pet it, and that dog started barking
The dog-
and about to attack him.
Attack him. Dang.
Question is, what kind? Well, science says a tail favoring the right means the vibes are good, but a tail leaning left
Right way.
could mean stress, so best to be left. Alone, that is a lot more complicated than I just made it sound.
Right.
But long story short, a tail wag is like a smile. A smile can mean someone's happy to see you, or might even think you're cute, or that waitress is just doing her job and doesn't want to get hit on at work. Long story short, if you expect your dog to learn how to parlay people, then the least you can do is talk tail. Oh, another dog thing that's been bothering me for years is that Chihuahuas are the spawn of Shaitan. Now, I get the little dog thing. I've been personally victimized by many an ankle biter. But with dogs, there's usually a why. You just gotta look deep enough. Huskies are known for being donkey stubborn toddlers on four.
Come inside.
But Huskies were described as sled dogs, and not only would they have to be independent and make decisions in a dangerous work environment, sometimes they'd have to be willing to go against orders if those orders went against their better judgment. It's actually called intelligent disobedience, and for football fans, it's basically an audible. It's pretty important, because, you know, if Russell Wilson had it, maybe he would have ran the ball! Beagles are basically walking instruments, but they were bred to hunt rabbits in thick brush, and that same baying keeping you up at 2 a.m. is how they communicate with hunters. So why are Chihuahuas like that? You know, I don't even think it's a Chihuahua thing, more than a little dog thing. But I have my theories.
We all got little dogs that think they so big and bad.
Because we have one.
Little rock boy.
Oh, he think he's so big and so bad. Oh, but he don't bite people. He just like to bark.
He run at you,
He
smell
just-
your feet.
He just run at you, smell your feet, and want to get a belly rub. That's all.
That's it. Some of them little dogs bite you, boy.
Yeah, some of them do.
Like that. You know, I don't even think it's a Chihuahua thing, more than a little dog thing. But I have my theories. A lot of times, Chihuahuas don't get socialized with other dogs early on. So the first time they see a big dog, which like any dog to them is a big dog, it probably scares the daylights out of them. Also, I think a bigger thing is owners be letting a lot of bad habits slide just because they're travel size. So eventually it escalates. Let it be a Doberman and suddenly they'll know discipline. Actually, that's my biggest thing. A lot of owners won't correct bad behavior when it comes from a Chihuahua. In fact, I've seen a lot of y'all encourage it. I've always said if a Rottweiler acted like a Chihuahua for a day, he'd be dead by dinner. Also, often what looks like aggression might just be fear. And if your dog tells you he's afraid and you don't listen because you think it's cute, but that's how you end up with the dog version of David. Size might be part of it too, but it probably has less to do with it than people think. Long story short, if I see a kid wilding in Walmart, I'm gonna look at the parents. And likewise, I'm gonna blame the dog owner before I blame the dog.
Yeah.
No clever transition, but another thing I've heard is that male lions don't hunt, or better yet, that male lions are lazy. And I can tell you exactly where it came from. You see, lionesses use the power of friendship to run down prey in open areas. It's pretty hard to miss. Lions are bigger, bulkier, and with a whole afro equipped, they had to switch up the playbook. So instead, male lions ambush prey by camping out in dense brush. Research shows that male lions pack up prey as frequently as females. It's just that in the olden days, you'd probably never see it. Also, before male lions even get a pride, they're in their nomad arc. Oh, they'd be lying on the ground permanently if they didn't hunt. Now, to be fair, male lions do stop hunting as much when they're in a pride, but not completely. They'll often get involved to bring down bigger, riskier prey like buffalo that lionesses might struggle with. Basically, the lionesses run them down and the main mercenary delivers the final blow. Now, they do only get involved about 10% of the time, but it's not because they're lazy. They just have a different job description. Male lions patrol the pride lands, mark their territory, and as you know, they gotta run the ones with any outsider trying to take his place. What you might not realize is, as good at hunting lionesses are, in some studies they got up to half their kills stolen by hyenas, or even other males. Having a nearly 500-pound equalizer on their side helps them keep what they catch. It's not lazy, it's just that lions and lionesses help cover each other's weaknesses perfectly, and clearly it works. They're the most notorious and feared pack predators in Africa. Or maybe second, because there's one predator that animals fear even more than Mufasa and friends, and you'll never get it. It's us. It's us. You might remember that an experiment showed that almost every animal, from giraffes to antelope, to even leopards and hyenas, were unanimously more afraid of the sound of humans than the cadence of a giant carnivorous cat. Which sounds to this day, I still don't understand how this went viral. Or at least I didn't, because not only did I find out where it came from, I think I was wrong. Kind of. Technically. Let me explain. So, in 2017, college student Julia Haas posted a tweet saying, "Elephants basically see us the same way we see puppies." Now, ignoring the part of the population that's terrified of dogs, the fact loses steam when you realize she got it from Tumblr. It's more likely that one of the smartest creatures alive see us as predators. but not their babies. Remember, it's proven that baby elephants that play the most grow up into more well-adjusted adults. It's why you'll see a baby-faced boulder chase around birds, dogs, and anything in between. So here's what I think happened. Baby elephants will treat humans like any other animal. Difference is, humans might be the only animal that'll see an 1,800-pound toddler barreling towards them and welcome it. In fact, the premature pachyderms probably realized that a hairless bipedal ape gives them the best response. So it's not really that elephants think we're cute, it's that baby elephants think everything's cute. Us included. And I bet that's where all the videos of 1-ton 2-year-olds manhandling people came from. And I wouldn't even believe that if I didn't nearly become one of them. Yeah, I went all the way to Chiang Mai to get bullied by an elephant's child. And I do it again. I actually made a video where I talk about it. Along with why playing with one could be a bad time for literally everyone involved. You might not have seen it because apparently the YouTube lords did not care for that video. Probably because I talked about certain topics. If you know, you know. But if you don't, definitely give it a watch. I don't usually plug after I post, but I'm proud of that one. But that's going to do it for this video. Make sure you drink water, hug your mother, touch grass. It's good for you. And I'm going to see y'all in, well, hopefully in this one. But if not, I'm going to see y'all in the next one.
Wow.
Well, I tell you, always learn something.
You always learn something. Every single time. Every single time.
Damn. Learn about the whales, the dolphins,
the elephant, the baby elephants, and how they think that we are
look at us as like
puppies. They find anything that's smaller than cute.
And it's scared of the human voices.
Oh yeah, the animal scared. That's funny.
Dang.
Yeah, I saw it. Let's get to running. They're like, I guess because they don't hear that often. So
yeah,
like,
something
what?
different. Animal facts we should have left in 2024. How y'all feel about it, man? Drop a thumbs up on the video before you leave. Drop a comment as well, but don't forget to drop that thumbs up. We appreciate y'all. We catch y'all next video.
Catch y'all next one.